So see here, team. Yesterday we had a discussion about presentis Tosca benefits and why it is required in automation. Okay. So coming to here, the test case we just automated yesterday using IRCTZ account. Okay, now. So this is the prerequisite team. If you come across a real time, the first requirement, we just get the requirement as a manual test case. So what are the manual test cases? It's already developed and those are feasible for automation. We'll get those bunch of test cases. Okay. As a test lead, they'll assign those test cases to the automation team to do the automation in application. Okay. Either they pick the automation tool, Tosca or Selenium or Playwright. What are the automation tool? It's feasible. They just pick that and they work on that particular to automate the script. Okay. Once we're done with the execution team, we just share the execution report to the respective team lead. How many test cases are completed? How many test cases are pending from our side? Clear? Do you have any questions on yesterday's session?
Anusha, can you please repeat like yesterday in a small, brief way, so, as we were not there yesterday?
So see here, team. This is the demo session. To learn Tricentis Tosca, we don't require any programming language. Okay. It's very easy to go with a testing tool, Tricentis Tosca, to automate a different kind of application categories. The advantages is here codeless automation tool and generative AI capabilities, Tosca cloud and integrations, everything is included here. Okay. And here, this is a model-based testing tool and no need to develop any separate framework for this. So we have inbuilt framework that is a modular framework. Okay. So what type of projects we can automate using Tricentis Tosca? We can automate these many project categories: web applications, desktop API, Salesforce, mobile, and mainframes, Microsoft Dynamics, Azure, big data testings, ETLs, all these things we can do. Okay, Tosca is very flexible to support these kind of application categories. So this is the automation process. First, we identify the scenarios. What are the scenarios is feasible for automation? Once we identify that, later we create the module and then build the test case and then finally do the execution. Okay. So let me give here. So as per this particular test case flow, first we have to create the module. This module is holding somewhat of technical information of the controls. Okay. What are the controls we just scanned? You can see the technical information here. Once you scan that, drag and drop that modules to test case and build a test case here. Okay. At the time of developing the test case, we always pass some test data, all these things. Once you're done with the test case development, then do execution. This is the usual workflow we can do for any kind of project. This is not only for the web applications. If you're working in SAP, if you're working in Salesforce or APIs or mainframes, and what are the projects you are working, the process is quite common. These modules are most frequently used modules. Okay, this is the process. So this is what I mentioned here. Execution section, we just do the executions here. So the advantages team, it is suitable for model-based automations and Tosca cloud and integrations and vendor support. We do have 24/7 vendor support from Tricentis company. Okay. If you are facing any issues or any challenges, just raise ticket to them and we'll get some appropriate solution for that and we'll work on that. Okay. So this is the journey. First, we'll get the requirement, we create the modules, and then we do a test case development. This TCD, it's a kind of test data category. So you can prepare a data-driven framework and different sets of combinations to check the particular functionality stability. We can prepare different combinations of data and we can test that in Tricentis Tosca. Okay. This is the journey I just prepared here. So training, entire this training course included these things, Steve. Tosca web application, desktop applications, and SAPs, APIs, database, distributed execution and setup, and then scheduling part, Vision AI and Copilot Tosca Cloud interaction tip. I'll give you Tosca Cloud access as well. So, agentic AI, if you go back to here, this is the Tosca commander. Let me make a note very clearly. First thing, Tosca commander. We required installation of this particular Tosca commander. Okay, if you want to work on an automation point of view, must be required installation. In real time, we just raise a ticket to install this particular tool. Otherwise, if you have any technology portal in your organization, go there and directly do the installation your site. These two are the possible ways we have. So within this Tosca commander itself, we can create the project. At the time of creation of the project, we always use the common repositories. So you no need to push the code to the repository. Such activities is not at all required. What is common repository and what is the use cases, I'll discuss with later. Once you create the project is having some structure. So the project itself, it is holding the number of sections like modules, test case section, execution section, and issues, requirement section, test planning section. Okay. So this is a test planning and configuration section. So Tosca by default, it is giving this particular section team. So once we create the project, out of these sections, we are going to work only 3 or 4 modules, test cases, executions. So as part of automation engineer, majorly we focus on these 3 sections only in real time. Okay, this is the default structure. Let me show you here. If you go back to Tosca commander, this is the Tosca commander. Here you can see one option like create a new project, and this is the opening of the project which already created. So here you are seeing Tosca project is my project, it's already created, and Tosca Pro is also a project, it's already created. If you open the project, you have to enter your user IDs and password. So if it is common, definitely you have to enter the login credentials. If it is single user, no need to enter. So once we log into the project, I'm just going back to the Tosca main. So see here, team, this is my Tosca project. This is the main project. Within this main project, you can see these many sections. So just now I make a note, right? Module section, executions, issues, configurations, data integrity, reporting, requirement, test case design, test case, and test planning. These all are the part of the project creations. Okay. Out of these sections, we are going to work only 2 or 3. Execution, modules, and test case. These 3 are the most frequently used modules in Tosca. Clear? Okay. So this is the Tosca commander team. And we do have one more way. Now Tosca is introduced, Tosca Cloud. Tosca Cloud is a URL. Installation is not required. Directly you can access this Tosca Cloud via URL. Let me show you that. So this is the Tosca Cloud. nextitcareer.my.triscientist.com is the URL. So this is connecting to the cloud team. So once you're done with the sign in, what are the way we created yesterday test cases, right? The similar way you can create the test cases here. We go to the create test case section. So you can create the test data. And here, these all are the APIs and modules. You can create the modules and the API test cases, reusable test tips, and then test cases. Here you can see. These all are the modules. So what are the modules we already created earlier? And if you go to all, you can see all the test cases which we automated earlier. Okay. This is a cloud. We can access everything. Okay. So once we're done, these two are the categories. What are the test cases we automated inside Tosca Commander? We can upload, we can migrate these all test cases to Tosca Cloud. Okay. So if you want to see that in Tosca Commander, the bottom of the page, you can see one option like connected to Tosca Cloud. If you want to upload these test cases, what are the test cases you developed in Commander? We can upload these things directly in a Tosca Cloud. That is what I just included. This Tosca Cloud is also as part of our training sessions. And agentic is it's quite common for Tosca Cloud and Commander. Commander is nothing but Tosca Commander. Clear? So here this is the agentic AI. What are the features of that? I just make a note. And then certification program. Okay. Within the certification program, I'll support you to clear all the certifications team. You don't need to bother about that. This is what the certification look like. So clear? Any questions right now? Everyone?
No, not yet.
Anusha, this is Vidya. I just have a question. Like, you were showing the what is a trial version, right? Is this the same that how it looks in the real environment as well?
Yes, same.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So see here, this is the Tosca Commander. This Tosca Commander, same you can see in the real-time environment as well. Okay, this is quite common. In Tosca Commander, we do have two type of versions. Okay, one is community version, another one is TTA version. So this TTA is quite free of cost. Free of cost for only couple of companies. What are the companies tie up with the Tricentis? Okay. So for example, SAP. Yes, SAP, it's a free of cost for TTA version. TTM is Tricentis Test Accelerator version. Okay. So these are already tied up with Tricentis. So they are providing these TTA versions for them free of cost. Salesforce and ServiceNow. These all are the free of cost. We don't require any additional license for that. Okay. But this TTA supports only, it's having very limited features. So we can automate only couple of things, not all the enterprise or application point of view. Okay. Coming to a community. In the community level, you can automate any kind of application. There is no restrictions here. You can go with web or mobile or SAP or APIs or database. What are the application you want, you can go. But it is licensed. Getting? It is licensed. So as per our training point of view, we'll give this license around 3 to 4 months. Okay, you can do a practical sessions daily basis. Clear, Krishna?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Anusha. Yeah.
So what are the
Yes,
commander you
Anusha.
are saying this in my system? This is a community version. Okay. This commander is belongs to community version. You can automate any kind of application. This is the licensed one. Clear?
Clear.
Any questions,
Uh,
Steve?
Anusha, I have one question. So apart from this, so yesterday we did one execution, right?
Yes.
So likewise, we will combine multiple test cases and we will run the execution. Right? So
Ye-
do we have any dashboard kind of option in Tosca where we can see pass percentage? Like,
yes, we can see.
okay,
Basically, we just trigger those all executions into a distributed execution level. Okay. What are the test cases you just run? You can see that entire test cases result in a distributed level. Let me show you that. So I think this is my Tosca server. Still it is loading. Once it is loaded, I'll show you. I'm just going back to the home page. So I'll just want to show you. Here you can see all the test cases results. Okay. So how many events you just run and what is the status of that. So here you can see cured and this is a running and this is the failure state, error category, cancelled and passed. So totally how many agents? This is a kind of parallel execution. If you are running all the test cases via distributed, you can track the status here. Okay. And even here also you can track it. For example, yesterday I run the scenario, right? Are you able to see what is the status of that? It's kind of failure
yes,
because some error is triggered. If you go up, if you select this particular one, what is the status of these things? Passed.
it's passed.
Okay, so you can see this kind of color status here. Once it is done, you can directly export these things back to the PDF format or XML format, JSON format. We do have different formats of reporting. Okay, we can export it. Clear?
That 8 which is showing is the total count of a request.
Number of test cases.
Okay, number of test cases. Okay. Fine.
This rest is holding 4 test cases. SOAP is holding
Soap is
4
holding
test
four
cases.
test cases. Okay.
Okay, if you go
Thanks,
to
Anusha.
SAP, totally 6 test cases. Out of 6, 5 are passed, 1 is
Passed.
failed. So we just expand this log and where it is failed, we just go there and we'll expand back and we just go to the error category. So what exactly the issue is trigger here? We just analyze these things. Okay.
Okay.
Once it is understand, go back to test case and fix it. Rerun the scenario in Tosca command execution level.
That's fine. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So team, I just want to remind you one more time. In this entire training session, we are going to learn Tosca Commander completely. At the same time, I'll tell you Tosca Cloud. Tosca Cloud is also one of the feature Tricentis team introduced to the market recently. So we can learn more on this Tosca Cloud. This is an additional skill set. Okay. Along with that, so agentic AI. So what is the agentic AI features? What exactly it is working? So we all are working completely a real-time environment here. Okay.
Okay.
So Pranita, clear? Krishna, Meghna.
Yeah, Anusha, it's clear.
Yeah. Yes, Anusha.
Hi, Anusha.
Yes, Meghna.
Yes, Anusha.
So Anusha, I have no idea about this Tosca and all. So I am totally from different background. So is this course beginner friendly?
It's completely a beginner friendly. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So because here there is no code, completely a beginner friendly. Okay. Anyone, so who came from different backgrounds, yes, you can easily learn this Tosca.
Okay, okay. So when I'm listening to your like till now what I've listened, so it is a bit like I need to understand all the terms, technical terms you are using, right? So will you explain in detail everything?
Yes, team. I'll go with the step-by-step process. Okay.
Okay.
I just walked through the points which I discussed in the yesterday's session. You can go through yesterday's session. I explained very clearly. Okay.
Okay, okay, Anusha. Okay.
Now coming back to today's session, team. So I'll show you how to create the projects in Tosca. Okay. How to create a project in Tosca. So this creation of the project is completely administrator activity. Okay, who are acting as an admin, they'll create the project and they assign project to the team. That is what in real time. Okay, but as an experienced person in Tosca, if you want to know how to create a project, go to Tosca Commander. So this one. Close this workspace. So once you open Tosca Commander team, you are able to see this particular user interface. Okay. Here you can see one option like a create new. Just enable this option. Once you hit the click operation on that option, you can see here. Select the type of repository. At the time of creating a project, these things is divided into two categories. One is common user repository, another one is workspace. Okay, workspace is nothing but project details. What is mean by common repository? Anyone having any idea what is common repository team?
So which is
Yeah,
common to all team members where they can go and access the test cases. Just correct me if I'm.
Yes.
Is that like repository will use all the members?
Okay. So common repository is the place to merge the code team. Okay. Common repository is the store place we can merge the code. For example, if you are working, let us take an example. This is what your common repository. Okay. I'll make it as a GitHub. So probably some of the people are having a, know it, right? GitHub is the one of the common repository. Who are working as a developer or tester in the programming side. For example, let us take a Selenium people. So one person is working on Selenium. So this person is completed almost 10 test cases. But these 10 test cases, they're inside this person one laptop only, right? Yes or no? The similar way, the person 2 is also working. Person 2 test cases 10 completed. Person 3, 10 completed. So if person 4, 10. Totally team, how many test cases are completed?
40.
40 test cases. But I want to see these 40 test cases together in one location. I'm not the person to go to each person to check it manually, right? So if I'm acting as a test lead, so I just want to check these 40 test cases. So how to do that? Once they're done with the test case development, what they do, they'll push their code to the repositories. They'll create some branches here inside the GitHub. They push their code back to the repositories. At the time of pushing code to the repository, probably they may use GitLab, Git commands, push commands, some Git commands they use to push code back to the repository, GitHub repository. GitHub is acting as a common repository. So once now the GitHub is holding 40 test cases. If the person who is build again one more 10 test cases, again they push code back. Now the GitHub count is increased to 50. Okay. If I want to check all these test cases together, so I'll simply go to the common repository. We'll check here. Clear?
Yes, clear.
So this is what happened in Selenium. Even the developer is also same they are doing. Okay, if you're working as a playwright, if you're working as a cucumber language, or what are the automation tools like UFT or Raft. So all the automations, we do have this process. Okay, but coming to Tosca, coming back to a Tosca point of view, we don't require these things. Okay, pushing and connecting back to this all not at all required in Tosca point of view. Then what is Tosca point of view? So if we come back across the Tosca point of view team, Tosca by default, they are providing the common repository. That too, it is a database. So the common repositories are
Can you mean to
databases.
say that is actually SQL and all? Yes, sir.
Sorry?
SQL is that?
Yes. So at the time of creation of the project, we have to select the respective database in the dropdown. If you go back to here, if you click on this, are you able to see the number of databases here?
Yes.
SQLite, Oracle,
Yes.
MS SQL Server, DB2, and the Tricent is server repository. If you want, if you have server access, you can use this and enter your credentials and then log in. Okay. And this is the SQLite, and here you can see my Oracle and MS SQL Server and DB2. Okay. Out of these team, pick any of the, in the databases level, we do have one more point here, single user repository. That means only one person can work on this, and multi-user repositories. That means multiple team members can access the same project at a time. So single user level, only one person is able to work on this. Okay. In the multi-user, what are the databases acting as a multi-user repositories? So SQLite. SQLite is acting as a multi-user repository, MS SQL Server, and then DB2. Oracle. These four
Anushka, here
databases,
like, sorry for this. One question here. Why can't we use like MongoDB? That is also one of the database, right?
which one?
MongoDB.
Yes, that is also fine, but presently Tosca by default, they're giving access to these four databases only. So just getting option from the drop down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What are the DBs you are seeing here? We can pick any of these. If you want to MongoDB, you can configure that and then you can use that. So what are the DBs here listed? I'm just telling only these databases.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
So out of these all team, SQLite is only for learning purpose. If you want to give any POC to the client, or if we don't require any specific license to purchase right at the time of giving a POCs. Okay. Simply we use SQLite repository. We'll just create one end-to-end flow in Tosca and we'll give a demo to the clients. Okay, to get a project approval. So to learning purpose is nothing but now we all are here and we just want to learn how Tosca look likes and how to work on that. You can use SQLite and then you can continue with your work. Okay. So right now here, I'm just taking SQLite repository. So here you can see use existing repo. The meaning of that, if the project is already created, you can use it. But now I'm creating a new project, right? Uncheck this one. Once you uncheck this one, just enter the repository name. So that means project name. I'm just taking bank project. Once you enter the name of the repository, the project name is also auto-populated. Here you can see use workspace template. What is the meaning of this? Are you able to see some standard module subset here?
Yes.
So in yesterday's example, I just reused couple of predefined standard modules like open URL, close browser. Are you remember?
Yes, Anusha.
Instead of scanning those things, I just reused what are the modules it's already exist. Okay. So here, this is the part of the project creation. At the time of project creation, you can enable this automatically. It add this subset to the project. Okay. So here, once you enter all these details, click on next.
Yeah, and Anushka, one small. What is like slim workspace?
Slim workspace we can use in a larger scale applications to make it as a different activities.
I didn't get actually what it means.
So the slim works, for example, if you have created your project in Tosca with MS SQL Server, okay, so it create a slim workspace for the persons. For example, 10 people are working in the project, okay. At the time of creating project, you can use slim workspace. That means we are just maintaining the project categories in a different sectors.
Got it.
Yeah, it exclude the projects loading manual act. For example, entire team is collaborating into one particular workspace level, right? If you are use a slim workspace, that will be default somewhat the
For the person to person, like is that
person
mean?
to person, what are the modification? This won't allow the modifications which is done by other team members. Okay.
Yes, yes, got it.
That time we use slim workspace, but slim workspace is disabled. Are you able to see that?
Yeah, that's what. Like that is not an enable
Why it
condition.
is disabled? Because now I'm creating the new project.
Okay.
If I enable
If
this,
that already exists, yeah, if already exists with
enable
them,
this,
then
now you can see slim workspace is enabled. See here. Speed up the creation and then to push code to the repositories. So now I'm creating a new project. That is the reason the slim workspace is in disabled mode. Clear?
yes, yes, clear, clear. Thanks.
So team, once you enter all these details, click on next. Enter admin credentials as well. By default, username is admin. So I'm just using admin as it is. To confirm password. At least 12 characters. So this credentials is mandatory in Tosca 2025 version. Right now I'm using Tosca latest version 2025.1. Okay. That is the reason these credentials is mandatory and the length is also mandatory. But if you go back to the old version, Tosca 16 and 24 version, this password is not at all mandatory. Okay. So these all are the configuration details to create the project. These are the admin credentials. Okay. Then click on OK. So here you can see create new workspace and common. So the default project is created. So this is admin. Just give your admin credentials here. Then click on login. So once you log into the project, go to here, the home tab, click on the project icon. Are you able to see the project structure?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So I already discussed this structure. So if you create any project in Tosca, by default, you can see these all sections here. Okay. But I'll give you the background of these sections right now.
Without any creating, like by default, everything will get it, like modules and test cases and all.
Yes, by default, it will create the module
Okay, okay.
section. The standard module subset is also added. So the test case section and some predefined, some examples added by Tricentis itself. Okay, you can see here. Full array, array JSON
Yeah.
files, create JSON, something it's given some examples like this. Okay. And if you go to the execution section, something is by default structure is added. You no need to bother about creating of these structures again. Okay. Now coming back to here, execution section, module section, and test case section. These three are the most frequently used common sections for all projects. All projects we use most frequently these three sections too. Okay. The purpose of module to capture the technical data. Purpose of test cases to create the test case development. Once we done it, run the script in execution list. Okay. Now coming to our test data. So as a test engineer, must you have to create the test data, which data you have to use at the time of test execution. Okay, for example, if you take a login functionality, so use username and password. So initially, if you want to use a valid username, just go with the combinations here: valid user, invalid password, invalid user, valid password. So to do the testing of different combinations, must we have to maintain the tester data. Okay. To maintain this tester data, here we have one section. The name of this section is here, test case design. We use test case design to prepare a data-driven framework. Data-driven framework. In Tosca, we do have three possibilities. The first one is TCD, that means test case design. Okay. The second one is Excel data. So yesterday someone is asked, right? We can prepare a data in Excel and then we can import it inside the test case. Third one is test data services. So within the Tosca commander, you can see test case design. That's it. But if you want to take a data in Excel, yes, you can do that. Test data service is a kind of Tosca cloud. Okay, we can access this test data service via Tosca server. If you go here, you can see here test data management tile. Here we maintain the test data. Nowadays, most of the projects, the people are recommending to go with the test data services. Clear? So these all are the automation purpose we use this section team, but rest of things will be we cannot touch. Somewhat we can go with configurations and reporting, but rest of the things we cannot touch it. And here you can see test plan. So test planning shows and requirement. So now tell me team, so if you're working employee, where we get the requirements?
From
From
developers,
business. From business.
Business.
From
So we just
business.
create the business requirements. So how you will see these business requirements? We use some test data management tools, right?
Yes.
They won't interact with us directly to work on this, work on that, right? So what are the test data management tools we do have? They just go there, they'll create the requirement for us. So right now, what are the test management tools in the market? Jira, HPALM, Azure DevOps. We do have these many things, right? I'm getting?
Yes.
So team, already the companies, they are using their own test data management tools to maintain the requirements and to raise the defects to the developers, create test plan for the team members. What are the test cases they are going to work in coming sprints? All these things they have already using this. But Tosca Commander also providing some possibility to work on these areas. Okay. If you see here, Tosca Commander is also very flexible to work with the requirement section and test planning section and issues section. But these are the management activity. These are not comes under automation. Getting? Team
yes,
clear with
Anush.
this?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. But when we
So
want to view the requirements, then can we get the access?
yes, this is default. Everyone is having access to this. You can see the requirement
Okay.
section, which already by default it's created. We can see it. But in real time, we won't work on these requirements, issues, and test plannings anymore. Okay.
Okay.
So we always work with these sections only, the above sections. Clear this part? So the last and
Yes.
final one is data integrity. So this data integrity is a section, and we use this section to do the big data testing. So big data testing, Snowflake testing, somewhat of ETL testing. So who are working as these testing categories, if they want to go with the DI in Tosca point of view, we call it as a DI testing, data integrity testing. So we use this particular section to work on that. If you are working on DI testing, you no need to bother about these modules, all this stuff. By default, within the data integrity itself, we can create it. I'll show you here. If we go to integrity here, you can see this data integrity level, you have an option to create the module section, test case section, execution section, because it is acting as a separate project. Within the data integrity section level, we created, but you no need to touch these inbuilt modules here within the project level. Clear, team?
Yes, Anisha.
Yes, Anisha.
So data integrity also will be covered in the course, Anusha.
The data integrity, I'll just tell you how to do it. Okay, if you know how to work with the modules, how to work with a test case section, that is quite common for DA also.
Okay.
Okay, end of the project, I'll show you how to work with a DA.
Anisha, one small query here. So this data integrity is there from starting of the Tosca, or so it is recently introduced in recent versions?
So data integrity, it's not part of the installation. Like this, we won't see by default in Tosca project, okay? So this is the part of installation. If you enable this option, we can see it. But this one is added Tosca 15 version onwards. Okay. So older version, we don't have this feature, but later they added this. Team, this is the Tosca modular structure. So each and every section we discussed. Do you have any questions on these sections? So can you hear me? Everyone clear with this? Pranita,
Yes.
Krishna,
Yes.
Meghana, Sai Padma.
Yes, it's
Srini.
clear.
Okay, great. So let me close it. So this is the Tosca Commander team. And in this Tosca Commander, by default, we have one section, Home tab. Within this Home tab, you can see sections. So if you click on these sections, you can extract these sections. Okay, what are the sections you are seeing here? What are the sections you are seeing in the project level? Both are same. Okay. Usually we work here only. But if you want to make each section as a separate window, we can do that. Do right click and click on plus. Then it will add into a separate section here. Are you able to see? If
Yes.
unexpectedly these sections are closed, you no need to bother because these all sections are part of the project. Okay. If something is closed unexpectedly, if you want to retrieve those things back, it's simple. Click on the project, right click on that, click on plus icon. We can directly work here, but here the number of sections are there. So whenever we are doing dragging and dropping activities, somewhat we face difficulties at dropping location. That is the reason we always make as a separate window. It's a recommended way. So if you don't want to go to project, simply we have one sections option. If you go to a section, just click on which section you want. Okay, I want module section. Click on that. It will add automatically here. Clear? Reporting sections. So if you go to here, this is a test case section. So each and everything it add by default. If you don't want these things, just simply close it. That's it. So this is the same environment you can see in real time as well. Got it?
Yes.
Yes,
The
sir.
same environment. Yeah. So here team, in the test case section, here you can see one options like jump to cloud, upload to cloud. I said right Tosca cloud. It's a URL, software as a service. What are the test cases you just developed within the Tosca commander? You can upload those things into cloud. But some of the projects, they may go with the cloud, but they may not. But if you want to look for the opportunities in Tosca, probably you must know what is Tosca cloud and what are the features of the particular cloud application. Okay. It's completely a replica of Tosca Commander team. What are the things we are doing in Tosca Commander? Same things we can do in Tosca cloud as well. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But I'll tell you these two things, okay? So initially we focus on Tosca Commander, how to create the modules and how to create the test cases and drag and drop process, hierarchy structure, how to create, how to add the conditions, repetitions, somewhat of logic creations. We just build the number of test cases in Tosca Commander. Once we familiar with Tosca Commander, we go with the Tosca Cloud. I don't teach these two things parallelly. Probably you may get some confusion here. We just go with Tosca Commander initially. Once we're familiar with this, then we go jump back to the Tosca Cloud. So this Tosca Cloud is having a 14 days of trial version. So if we take right now, so we may lose this opportunity to work in 14 days trial. Okay. So simply once we're done with these all the concepts in Commander, then we come back to Tosca Cloud and I'll give you the 14 days trial access to you all. You can work accordingly. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
And then next is a agentic AI. So the agentic AI is also part of Tosca Commander. And even you can see this agentic AI in Tosca Cloud also. Let me show you that. Here you can see I just created some of the test cases in agentic test. Are you able to see that?
Yes, sir. Sure.
So the agentic it's already available in Tosca Cloud and Tosca Commander. We just learn these two things parallelly. Okay. And coming back to here, this U tab is holding one more section. This is a very, very important. So if you are working as a real-time employee, you must know these features. Okay. So see here, team, check in all, update all, check out tray. These things are enabled. If these options are enabled for you, that means you are working in common repository. Clear? You are working in a common repository. So now you are the person, you will get an opportunity to work in common repository. For example, I'll just tell you what exactly the common user activities. Person 1, person 2, for example, person 3. Let us assume here. So Lakshmi is walking here, this particular test case, okay? And Aditya is walking this particular test case. And then Krishna is walking this particular test case. So who are working their test cases, the each and every team member can see those test cases flow. Because we all are working in the common repository, that means single environment only. Clear? We can see each person's test case floating. So I'm just trying to create one common repository project for us. So I'll give you access. We can work. Everyone is working in this area. I'll show you how to work on that in practical point of view going forward. Clear? Any questions?
No, Nisha. Clear.
So coming back to, as I said yesterday, team, I'm just giving the Tosca material. Let me show you that. So right now I'm just making note like this here, but if you come back to this is almost 200 pages of Tosca material. It's created by myself only, but this material is not available in outside. So here you can see each and every step-by-step process I just mentioned very clearly here. Enter the user IDs, how the project structure look likes, and what are the projects icon, how to create a users in project. So everything I just added here very clearly. So once we're done with each and every concept, I just share this entire document, concept-wise document to you all. You can also refer these things. This will help you more. Okay. Along with that, daily basis, we do have assignments. Okay. If I discuss one concept today, I'll give you some assignments on that particular concept. So must you have to work on these concepts and come back to me and tell me what exactly the status of your assignments. So every Saturday we have a discussion on the assignments. If anyone not able to complete the assignments, I'll just take a look and what exactly the challenges they are facing. I'll guide you that. Why these assignments are very, very important. If you want to learn Tosca, yes, we can learn in theoretical manner and even you will get the opportunity. But coming to after getting opportunity, must you have to work on Tosca, right? If you want to work on Tosca, you know how to interact with these test cases, how to build the logic. The logical thinking is very mandatory here. If you're working in assignments, that will build in. The logical thinking will be improved, and if any scenario is assigned to you, you can easily automate that without hesitation and without depending upon any others. So these assignments will give you hands-on experience on Tosca. Clear?
Yes, Anusha.
Yes, Anush.
Along with this, we do have a interview question document also. So I'll share you the document. You can prepare it. So in interview's point of view, each and every question will be a theoretical question only. So I'll give you the questions. Go through it and prepare well.
So like that questions will be is for freshers only, right? I'm completely new into this field.
Sorry, Funny, come again.
No, actually, I'm completely new into I'm into say like the testing and all. So this is the questions will be like for the only freshers only.
No, for everyone. So who, if you came from fresher or so see in the market, probably they are looking for Tosca experienced guys. Some of
Okay,
the at least 1 year of experience. If you have any previous experience in any other domain, you can convert that experience in Tosca.
okay.
Getting my point?
Yeah, I got it. But that same
Connect.
questions will not expose for the freshers and experience, no?
Yes, same questions.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are experienced,
Anusha,
they may ask.
as a manual tester, I can show my manual experience into Tosca, right? After learning
Yes, you
this,
can.
will that? Okay.
Definitely, you can show your manual experience in Tosca experience. Okay.
Okay. So these assignments are completely based on the tool, right? Like we should have in
It's
our
not yet
laptop.
based on the tool, different logics. Okay. So for example, how to handle the drop downs, how to handle tables, div tables, some customized tables. So we do have some challenges while working on automation. Okay. We just work those all challenges in the assignments part. Okay.
Okay.
So even interviews also sometimes they may ask scenario based interview questions, how to handle the tables, how to handle the expressions, date expression, dynamic expressions, sorting orders, ascending orders, descending orders, all these things they may ask. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes, right. So those all technical knowledge you'll gain in these assignments. It's a kind of knowledge gaining. That's it. Hmm?
Yeah. This is an only online or offline also will be there.
So right now it is in a online session only. Team. Hmm?
Anusha, this is completely a demo session or it's a real-time class? Like, I wanted to know because again, you'll be covering all those
Yes, I'll go with
what we
all
taught.
these things again, okay? So we do have 3 days of demo session. Yesterday we are done with one, right? Today I'm just giving walkthrough on project creation and project structure. Tomorrow I'll give you the installation document and I'll show you one more example how to work on Tosca. And the day after tomorrow, it's a regular classes. But the day one onwards, must you have to go with Tosca installations, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Anisha, have a question. You said earlier we have a 16 version and 24 version, and we are using now is a 25 version. So, do we have access to convert the earlier test cases to the latest version, or do we
Yes,
need
we
the?
have. If a 16 version is installed in your system, don't worry, you can upgrade to the latest one, okay?
Okay.
Once you upgrade to the latest one, what are the test cases you already practiced on 16? Yes, you can able to access that in 2025 also.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay, that
So that
won't
version, yeah, that won't be any impact on that, right?
exactly. Okay,
Thank you.
you are able to access that.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, team, any other questions? I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes of time. If you have any questions, let me know. So, hope everyone clear with today's session, right? The project creation, what is common repository, and what is Tosca Commander and Tosca Cloud.
Yes, clear, Anish.
Yes, clear, Anusha.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I have one small question, Anusha. Funny here. Sorry, actually, I'm bothering you.
Yeah,
I
please
saw
go ahead.
some of the videos, Anusha. Like, so whether we can able to do with only web applications only,
So funny, I'm so
can we
sorry,
do
your
with the
voice is
different
breaking for
applications?
me.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So, what about
Is it
others?
is it
Team?
now clear? Is it now clear?
It's
Still,
not
I'm not.
audible for us also. Funny.
Your
Is
voice
it
is
now clear?
echoing.
Yes, it's not audible for us.
Let me type in chat. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
better.
please do that.
Yeah, Anisha,
Yes, ready. Please go ahead.
yeah, I have a question. Um, in regards with that Tosca, see, I see that there is a multiple positions is coming up in the market. This is that Tosca test analyst, Tosca automation specialist experts, and even Tosca developers, administrators like that. So, okay, testing perspective, I do understand that automation or manual or doesn't matter. But in case of the Tosca administrator, what exactly the role administrator is doing and what exactly the developer is doing?
So the Tosca developers, to build this particular Tosca automation tool, they just use the C# language, okay, C++. So what
Mm-hmm.
the developers do, if something is came up, if they want to create any customized models, right now we are seeing some of the models here by default, right, inbuilt modules. They just create
Mm-hmm.
some of the customized modules as per the requirements. Otherwise, so in the latest version, what are the things they plan to introduce to the coming version? They just work on those areas. Okay. Using
Okay.
some
Uh-huh.
programming language as a C#. So coming to tester, so what are the things right now I just mentioned? We work on these
Yes.
testing categories
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. That we know. Yeah. That's right. And what the administrator will do?
I'm not getting ready. So sorry, your
No,
voice is
what?
breaking.
No, no. What the administrator will do?
So the administrator maintain the entire project and they give access to the team members based on the project category. For example, if this particular project, I'm just maintaining 3 to 4 projects within this, okay? I'll give access to the rest of the team members. If I want to restrict to do some modifications on any of these test cases, the administrator will do the restriction categories. Okay. If you want to edit any of these categories, must we have to raise a ticket to them. Right, the administrator, it always maintain the requirement, maintain the project related stuff and giving accesses and revoking access of these areas only.
Okay. But is that administrator the job? Is it a real time? Is it a really full time occupied job by every day?
It's not full-time occupied job every day. Sometimes we work on that, okay?
No. It's
But
not
specifically in the
being
real time,
because I am seeing the advertisements. That's the
yes,
job
yes,
post in the LinkedIn
the
and other
administrator,
media. So even I also got a couple of calls also for that one. So, but I was not having any experience on the Tosca side, so I declined it or not. So I didn't show any interest over there. But they were asking. So is it really a full-time job? That's what my question. I
that
actually
is
wasn't.
completely not a full-time job, VK, first point, okay?
Yeah.
So
Mm.
who are familiar with the administrator activity, it is very easy for them to start Tosca. If they want to explore, if they want to start Tosca, it may take more than 1 month time, right? So who are familiar with administrator activities, they just hire them to maintain the administrator entire Tosca project related stuff. To provide, it's a kind of giving accesses and revoking access it and project related database maintenance and how many users is limited to that. They just
Okay.
work on these areas, not much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a
Okay.
completely full-time employment, okay? Probably
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can,
Okay.
if you're familiar with that, probably you can work either 2 or 3 hours per day. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That means that even a senior test analyst or a test lead can also play a role as an administrator.
Exactly.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Okay. That's right. Okay.
Yes. So
Thank you.
let's come up with a funny question. Tosca, we can only test web. No funny. We can test any kind of applications using Tosca. This is not only for the web. Okay. You can go with the web, desktop, API, Salesforce, and any kind of shadow DOM applications. Yes, you can pick any kind of application. You can do a test. There is no limit here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hi Anusha. I have one doubt. Will you be training this SAP GUI and Fury both?
The
GUI.
Tosca point of view, okay, it's a very easy to test the SAP Furies and SAP GUIs. Okay. What are the way we are working for the web applications? The similar way we work with the SAP Fury as well. Okay.
I heard
So
Fury won't give any stable locator. I mean,
yes, we
yeah,
have to make it
control.
as a stable locators at the time of working in Fiori. So we do have those concepts we'll discuss in further, okay? So
Okay,
how to make it as a stable and how to identify that dynamically changed locators and how to mark it as a stable things. We'll discuss that, okay?
fine. Fine.
So SAP Fiori,
It
we
will
can
be
access
handled, right?
via
I
web
mean, it will
URL.
be
We
given
can
training. Yeah.
automate that without any issues. Clear, Aditya?
Training will be given, right? In the training, it will be covered, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
The points will be included here. The web, what are the concepts we are just learning in as part of Tosca point of view? Those concepts is completely applicable for all the projects. It's not only for the SAP or Salesforce or web or desktop. So if you're working any kind of project, the concepts is quite common. Okay. There is no much difference between a project to project. Okay. So we are just learning
Okay. Thank you.
Tosca, how to automate the applications. It may be either web or desktop or what are the application category. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
understood. So hope it's clear for all team.
Yes, Anusha.
Yes, Anusha.
So then thanks to you all today. We'll connect tomorrow same time.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you,
everyone.
team.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thanks, Anusha. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, Anusha.